Dude, it's been a fucking hot minute. What's fucking up, yo? What's been 3 weeks?
It's been 4 weeks, maybe.
You guys won't know that, but what you're gonna know now?
It might be 5-6 weeks.
Who the fuck knows? Might be a lifetime.
You know what's crazy about time? Time can go by so fast. Mm-hmm. It can go really slow, but it is also an illusion, and it's man-made.
Wow, that's fucking deep as shit.
Yeah, man.
So do you think time is like irrelevant?
You know, I would like to think. I think time creates order, but
100%.
Unfortunately, well, I mean, fortunately and unfortunately, depends how you look at it. It can be relevant and irrelevant, depending on your lifestyle and how your perception of time.
Time is just a measurement, Loki.
Yeah,
if you think about
it is a measurement.
It's just a measurement of how the fucking sun orbits, or the Earth orbits the sun. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's like leap year and all that.
Yeah, what the fuck is all that shit? We just got rid of fucking daylight saving time. Are we gonna get rid of leap year next? Like, what the, like, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, I know.
For the longest time, I was like, damn, like, it's fall. We're about to lose a fucking hour. Now it's just like, oh yeah, that's gone.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's confusing. I mean, I get it was for like agriculture. There's probably people here who actually know like what it is, and they're just like, these guys are idiots. But
I am an idiot. Please educate me.
It's not really common knowledge. It's just something that we were used to.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, did you ever get calendars when you were in grade school every year?
Yeah.
Like a school calendar.
Yeah.
And it would say like daylight savings or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only thing like I really thought about. I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to set the clock.
That's it.
And, you would have people like, oh, we're going to get an extra hour of sleep tonight.
Or you'd be like, fuck, I got to wake up an hour earlier. I'm going to feel like shit for like a month straight. Like, that was me.
Yeah.
I hated fucking daylight savings time, or whatever the fuck you called it.
I don't know. It didn't really I don't know. I guess it didn't really affect me like that. I'm just like, whatever.
That's good.
But I guess it's just order. Everything is order.
Everything is order. Without order, like, you can't run a fucking society.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of fucked up. I actually saw this like fucking conspiracy on TikTok recently where, dude, my fucking For You page is all over the place sometimes. But there's basically a big Arctic wall that surrounds our fucking continents that we're in right now that we know of. And beyond that is just more continents that we don't know about. And all the rich of the rich in the world fucking control us. And we're like just fucking like farm animals in our 8 continents right now. And we'll never have access to like what's beyond the wall, quote unquote.
In the world.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of like fucking mind blowing to think about?
How do you know this is real?
I don't think it's real. I don't know if it's real. Either. It's just a conspiracy. It's just another video I saw on TikTok. I was like, damn, bro, like, who the fuck has the time of day to just sit there and think about this shit?
I read a bunch of conspiracy theories recently, actually.
Well, yeah, because you were out for a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, I was out, quarantine and having a good time. But some conspiracy theories I read, I'm just going to think of something off the top of my head. One of them was that Pepsi and Coca-Cola are secretly owned by the same people.
I believe it.
And that it's just like a thing for them to create a rivalry so that they can boost up sales for both.
Think about it. That's smart, low-key, though.
Yeah.
You're knocking out anyone else of trying to become your competitor.
Yeah.
So now you're getting profits from 2 brands.
Yeah. That's honestly smart.
It's very smart.
Like, you ever wonder who owns what?
Like, who knows? Maybe Costco and Sam's Club are the same thing.
You think so?
Who knows?
I don't know. Who knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Like, who actually knows who owns what and who runs the world here?
We don't. And honest, I don't think we ever will. We just gotta kind of like accept the fact that we're common folk.
Common folk?
Yeah.
Like, do you think the president? Okay, right now, like, there's a new king.
Oh yeah,
right.
The old bitch died, Queen Elizabeth.
Oh my God. May she rest in peace. God bless
R.I.P.
her
to
soul.
a good one.
She was
Betty White was better.
Yes. Oh my God. They're the Queen and Betty White. They're in 2 different sectors.
The Queen was a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, she's got a lot of fucked up shit she did.
I mean, yeah.
Like, you ever heard about Princess Diana?
Yeah.
And how like she fucking died in that car accident? There's conspiracies going around that like the Queen kind of set that shit up.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
I mean, you can't put it past it.
You can't. You always gotta question everything.
I mean, I think all political leaders make fucked up decisions.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know if it's because they have to. I mean, who really knows?
But who do they answer to? Who's making it?
I don't know. So we have King Charles now, right?
Yeah.
This dude hasn't really...
This dude just inherited $1 billion.
Yeah. And he doesn't have to pay any tax on it.
Yeah.
I read that because.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because it's like in the royal family, they're
No
like
capital gains tax, bro?
They're exempt from that. He's exempt from it.
Wow.
So no tax has to be paid for the royal family for inheritance.
What the fuck, bro? Mm-hmm. So you just gotta throw a crown on my head and I won't get its fucking tax, bro?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
You gotta be. I mean, imagine, dude. I just think it's crazy right now in 2020 that there is still like a king just had his coronation, like a day ago or whatever. I mean, at this point, we're talking.
Right.
But it's weird to me to still see that kind of like government structure. And like also my family, we're from Bangladesh, and we have like, just thinking back to in the history, maybe like 100, 200 years ago, like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh was just all India, and they were enslaved by the British.
Yeah.
And like that, in like America is only 200 some years old, right? The British Empire, they've have their footprint like all over the world.
Centuries, bro.
Yeah. And it's still the same structure that they've had since then.
Yeah.
And it just kind of blows my mind, like, we're still in an age of war, and
I think
we have a fucking pandemic right now,
Yeah.
It feels like we're going backwards, but I think realistically...
It's just history repeating itself.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
We're just like in a cycle of reform in all different types of ways.
It's just a modern way now. A modern version of fucking thing that used to happen before.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's human nature for us to go to war, to fucking be accustomed to things that we've been doing for like hundreds and hundreds of years.
People get greedy. Greed is a huge thing right now.
100%.
I was also thinking about like the way we live. Moderate living, where there's like other countries where people are still living like in their, in the old ways, or they're not, they weren't given the opportunities that other people in the world were given.
Yeah.
Where to us, it's outdated. Or to people who are in the modern world, Western world, it's outdated. But to them, that's normal.
That is. Like, do you think that it's kind of fucked up that we broke away from that, though? Like, do you think we're in the right and they're in the wrong? Or they're in the right and we're in the wrong?
I think it's based on consumption. Like, how much do you consume? Like, I feel like we consume a lot. Like, I waste I don't even know, but I'm wasting stuff, or I'm consuming more than I need to. And then, I'm sure a lot of people can speak that same way, where it's like, you didn't need all that, and that could be looked at as something negative.
Yeah.
Like that we consume a lot. We consume a lot of technology. We waste a lot of food resources, or we're not grateful for like running water.
Yeah.
Like that's not really,
dude, electricity.
Yeah. Like in a global aspect, it's not as common in other places in the world. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, it is. Like, we don't understand like these small little things, how they really do impact our everyday fucking lives.
Have you ever landed in another country and you're just like, I can't believe that I'm still on Earth right now. Like, this is a completely different world than what I'm used to.
I've landed into like some places where I was just like, this is way better than the world I'm living in.
Really?
Yeah. There are some places that I've been to in Europe where I'm just like, wow, how are we not as good as them? Like efficiency, cleanliness.
Innovation. Yeah, cleanliness is a huge one.
Another one is just like behavior and like how people like really act like around you. It's
people are really mean right now.
Oh my god, it's horrible. But before like the pandemic, when I traveled, like there were some countries that I went to and I was just like, wow, like, people here, like they don't care where you're from. They fucking like, they will treat you like their own. If they saw you on the middle of the street like fucking like struggling, they will pick you up and take you in. Here, it's like they see you on the street, they're letting you, like they're leaving you out to die.
Yeah.
Like perfect example. I was driving back from Philly, recently from a dinner, and it was me and my cousin in the car, and we're driving by, and we just see this person just passed out, puking on like in the middle of the park, like on just like right next to the sidewalk, and we look over, and like there was no one around, and it was a girl. She was by herself.
Oh my god.
And I was just sitting there, I was like, bro, like, should we do something? It's just like, the fuck are we gonna do, man? Like, if we go up there, like, she could accuse us of like trying to attack her or something. Like, it's just, it's a scary, like,
it's a tough situation.
It is. And it's just like, we sit there and we're just like, dude, like, we want to help, but like, we don't know how to. But luckily, we saw a group of guys walking towards her that were her friends, and we heard them screaming her name. I don't fucking remember what they were screaming.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, so I was just like, damn, all right, that's their problem. That's their problem. They're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, it's in someone else's hands at that point. You know, you have to look at it that way.
Yeah, because like you don't want to get yourself in trouble, even though you're trying to do the right thing.
Right.
So it's a fuck world we live in now. You're just honestly, it's like survival of the fittest.
Yeah, you really, yeah, 100%. Like you have to look out for yourself first. In every aspect, especially out in public. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen, what someone's gonna do. You can't even, people think of like scammers, they pretend to be someone else. Like, you have so many people impersonating to be something else that's good to you, and then they're gonna do something bad to you. Take money from you, harm you. And it's, I think now it's just more realized because there's just more evidence, because we're able to create more evidence because of the technology we have. You can easily take out your phone and say, yo, this shit is happening right now. Or, you know, we have security cameras at a gas station, so if someone gets robbed at, you know, pumping up their gas, which I saw a video the other day in a town that's 2 towns over from where I live, and it's a nice town, and I'm like, how the fuck does that happen?
Dude, it's bad. It's like starting to break out of Philly.
And it's going out of Philly. It's going to, you know,
regular nice
more
areas.
Developed areas. And
yeah, don't be afraid to say it.
And it's just kind of like you that's the kind of area that you don't expect that to happen, because that shouldn't be around there. But
it's crazy. Like, the further, like, I understand why so many people like want to get so far away from the city, because I see it firsthand, because I work in the city. I see how the violence has gone up. I see how everyone is looking for some form of protection, and violence isn't going down. It's just getting worse and worse, and it's not just sticking to one area. It's spreading everywhere, and it's starting to move out of the cities, like you were saying. Look at Chicago recently. They're making this law that like you can't get arrested for fucking, like, don't quote me, but there's like a lot of like shit on there that you just can't get arrested for anymore. I
guess because they don't have the capacity to.
It has to be.
Go for something, I guess, that small, that they have to put their scope on something.
Like burglary is one of the thing. Like armed battery, like a lot of fucked up shit that like anywhere else you're fucking doing jail time for.
Yeah.
Now over there it's just like fucking, it's the purge, low key.
It's crazy because I think it's correlating to but it's correlating to more higher, more worse, bad, more detrimental, you know, reaching a lot of more people.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going through a lot, and it's just documented a lot more.
Yeah. It's, dude, like, suicide rate is up. Like, fucking depression is up. Mental health is like fucking through the roof. Yeah, and like no one's actually paying attention to it. Like,
it's happening a lot to the young people, like young population,
millennials, Gen Z, whatever's after Gen Z. They're starting to get fucked, and it's just like, dude, like, people nowadays compared to people like 50, 60 years ago, like, we're just a big cluster of bitches. I'm sorry, but like, it's true. Like, we're all soft as shit. We are fragile.
Why do you think that
sensitive
happened? How do you think it happened?
It's to break down. I hate to like get all so fucking like deep in conspiracy.
Participation trophies.
That's definitely what started it, low key. They took away bullying. No offense, but we need bullying. Like,
oh my god.
To a certain degree, okay? Like, to a certain degree, we need
more character building.
Yes, because it does build character. I hate to say it, but it really does.
Milk.
Sure.
You remember
I'm lactose, but don't.
That was the like the propaganda, or like the lobby, like drink milk.
Yeah.
And like it builds character, get muscles.
Yeah, but here actually milk is really bad for you.
Yeah, no.
It's like really, really bad for you.
Yeah.
And like I remember when I was younger, I used to say, "Oh, it's good for your bones. It's good for your bones." I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like now I literally would spend hours in the bathroom, like fucking, because I'm lactose intolerant. And yeah, like that was such horseshit. Like that's why like you really can't just believe anything that's like put out in the media anymore.
Speaking of conspiracy, it's all about control.
It is about control. That's why everything's so fucked right now.
Dude, so this documentary, it's on Netflix. It's called The G Word that I was just telling you about before we started. So they actually do have an episode that covers food and how. Do you remember the food pyramid?
Yes.
The bottom one was like carbs, bread, like saying that this is good. You need this shit. They were pushing that so more people would buy grains to support farmers. To support their production because the government was investing in it. They were like, listen, as long as you're growing and you're growing for the country, you know, they're going to lobby for it and say like, you know, we're going to put it in the food pyramid. We're going to make sure that people know that eating bread is good, eating rice, all this shit. So they grow a bunch of grains and that's how that was like the biggest thing at the time. And then everyone is like, yo, carbs are fucking bad for you. And that changed. Shit. I'm telling you, that docu-series is just like it opens up your mind to pretty much like everything that's kind of like a trend that goes on. Everything that we're focused on is just an agenda.
Yeah.
To I don't know if it's a distraction or it's for money or it's for someone else's gain.
Of course. Yeah. It has to be. Like if the government has their money into something, they're gonna fucking make the masses invest in it. And I mean that's a perfect example right there.
They can put money into anything, they could support anything,
and they could bring down anything.
Hey man, if you do something wrong that pisses any government off, they're gonna go after you.
Fuck. Isn't that kind of scary, low-key?
It is scary. Like I would say like a lot of people I would think in the past couple years that they don't trust the government and they don't believe in their government. But like, do you trust the government?
No.
I mean, probably most people don't. Do you believe in them? But you kind of have to.
Yeah, that's great.
Because we kind of rely on them.
We do.
We rely on them. I'm not like an advocate for it at all. Like I'm just putting this out there. I'm just saying that we do rely on them. Like if someone's breaking into my house, I'm gonna call the cops. You know, that's part of the government. Or
I need some mail sent out.
Yeah, that's the government. You know, if you need to get a license, that's the government.
I need electrical shit in my fucking house. Like it's part of the government. Loki.
Yeah, I mean, like if you think about business operations, you know, you run everything through the government. It's just kind of like we are government. I feel like I'm like an advocate for that document, like that docu-series. But like, it just got me really thinking.
It really opened up your eyes.
It opened up my eyes to not only, you know, they're there for order. They do a lot of good, but the bad shit has a domino effect on us.
Okay.
Just about how you were talking about the, like, opioid, like
epidemic. Yeah.
Like that. They did that. And it affected so many people for so long. There's all these class action lawsuits. I see it all the time. That if people
that started for pharmaceutical companies,
and you know, certain time spans were a part of it. You know, they could get money or whatever, and now they're pushing it towards medical marijuana.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you found, you know, other things that.
Yeah, when my research and like just learning, not research, but just like, you know, being a student in this fucking program, like it made me really hesitate how much I was consuming recreationally. Because it made me, in the grand scheme of things, it made me realize nothing's recreational. It's a medicine at the end of the day. Whether you want to use it as a recreational purpose, that's on you, but it's meant to be a medicinal drug. And if you abuse it, like people always say, it's a tool. And if you abuse it, there's going to be fucking consequences. Whether you like it or not. Whether you want to fucking be stuck. I used to be that one stubborn motherfucker who said, there's nothing wrong with marijuana at all.
And what is wrong with marijuana? I mean, there's a lot wrong with
it. There's a lot. Nothing that's detrimental that's going to cause death, but long-term effects, yeah, there's a lot. And, like, I could just sit here and go on, but first of all, I just don't feel like it. But two, like, DM me, I'll fucking tell you. But,
That's the highlight of it, I guess.
The highlight of it? All right, so first of all, if you're smoking at a young age in the developing brain, it's going to fuck up your brain development. Mm-hmm. That's 100% true. That's everyone knows that. That's just like a common known fact. Yeah, common knowledge now. For male and female reproductive, for pregnant women, like if you touch weed as a pregnant woman, you're fucking compromising that baby 100%. And that's just, I guess that's also common knowledge. Like you shouldn't be doing anything when you're pregnant besides like trying to stick to like a very healthy routine.
Right.
For male reproductive system is,
I would think. Yeah. I've never been pregnant, I don't know. So.
I'm also not some smart genius motherfucker. I'm just a fucking grad student right now who's just learning shit in his classes. And I'm just trying to feed you the information that freaked me the fuck out.
No, but that's good. I mean, you're learning it and you're able to spread it to other people.
Right.
Like for me, I didn't know, like the only side effects I ever thought about, I guess short term is like, for marijuana is like short-term memory loss.
That was always a big one.
You know, you're smoking. It's bad for your lungs, and it kills brain cells, like all of that. But nobody ever really talks about long-term effects. Like, yeah, I know when you associate marijuana with people, they're like, oh, you know, I'm just so chill. I don't got anything going on. I'm a stoner. I'm a pothead, and I just chill.
Yeah.
But they never talk about
what's actually like the deeper root behind it. So like a couple things that like really freak me out. One, it decreases your sex drive because it's actually lowering your T levels.
That's a big deal for Bash. Huge deal breaker.
It is for me. So that was like one thing I was just like, damn, like, and it made sense because there were times I was just sitting there, I was just like, hey yo, wake up, it's time to get into action.
Come on.
And then, like, I hate the people that try and sit there and say, oh, bro, you just gotta find the right strain. Like, no, I fucking don't. Like, it's the fucking same effect. Sure, there are different strains with different fucking terpenes and different fucking flavonoids.
Flavonoids.
Flab. There are different terpenes that do affect your mood and, like, how marijuana can affect you. That is a known fact. I'm not discrediting that at all. But at the end of the day, it all has tetrahydrocannabinol or THC in it. I don't fucking feel like saying that long ass word.
My man's writing a paper right now.
I'm doing my capstone project as we speak.
There you go. He's in the mode.
I actually am doing my capstone project this semester. That's Fuck funny. Me. But it still affects everyone the same way, low key, whether you like it or not. And it kind of turned me off, low-key. Like, I don't want to smoke it for recreational purposes anymore. I just want to, if I need it, I'll use it.
Medicinal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I mean,
it's like, why would you, like, all right, if you want to drink every day.
I mean, alcohol has like a fuck ton of
alcohol is
long-term effects.
Yeah, alcohol is a completely different fucking animal.
Can alcohol be medicine?
For some people, yeah.
For foreign people?
Bro, when I was younger and I had a cold, my mom gave me a shot of cognac mixed with honey, lemon, and fucking who knows what else.
Oh my god.
I threw that shit back. Yeah, and the panchki. And then I threw that shit back. Boom. I was feeling so much better. But I'm sure, dude, fucking cocaine used to be used as medicine.
Yeah.
They're using fucking MDMA right now as medicine.
Cigarettes were used as medicine.
That's fucking stupid. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking back then.
Well, who knows what we're doing right now?
See, that's the thing. I don't think we'll fully ever know unless you actually do your own research. Oh my god.
You ever think about what you're prescribed? And you're just like, yo, is this right? If your doctor ever prescribed you like an antibiotic or something, you're like, yo, is this guy give me the right shit? Because I'm about to put this in my body.
Honestly, what other option do I have?
I mean, you don't.
It's either I listen to this dude or I Google shit that's gonna end up telling me that I have fucking...
WebMD is gonna be like, yo, you're gonna die if you take this.
Yeah, exactly. So it's him or no one else.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. There are, like, dude, when COVID fucking broke out, everyone was saying, yo, like, just take fucking...
like over the counter shit.
Over the counter shit. Taking NyQuil, that's gonna fix it. I'm like, bro, like I have 104-degree fever right now.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I had a really bad fever when I had that shit. Wow. And yeah, like no one knows. No one fucking knows what's going on.
And even now, I mean, they come out with stuff like that. They were like, oh, this doesn't help with COVID, or this, you don't need to do this for COVID. And then 2 years later, they're like, oh, yeah, this will help with it.
Mm-hmm.
After a lot of research and trial. I get it. I mean, it's took a long time.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. Getting definite, like, answers and, like, doing research projects on drugs doesn't take, like, a couple weeks to a couple months. Like, you need, like, a couple years of, like, actually trying and seeing the effects.
Yeah.
To really know if this is good for, like, the human population. That's why when, like, the vaccines first came out, I understand why a lot of people were very skeptical. It was very new. There weren't a lot of trials done on it. So I see why a lot of people were, like, hesitant to take it.
Yeah. Were you hesitant?
I was, but then they told me, like, yeah, you're gonna have to quarantine when you go to Poland for 2 weeks, and I was just like, yeah, fuck it, just jab me.
Yeah.
So that travel was, dude, I love traveling, so that was a big reason why I got it.
Well, think about it. Like, when you travel globally, like, depending on where you're going, you have to take like something for malaria.
Yeah.
Or, like, I took something for malaria. Before I went to Bangladesh over 10 years ago. I had like fucking like 8 vaccines in one day. I got pricked so much. And then I was just like, why do I need all this shit? But then when I went there, I traveled, I see different countries, I'm like, okay.
There's different diseases
out there. There's different shit out there, and it's not all regulated or really attended to in the same way as other countries, other environments. So I'm like, oh, I get it, because like if you just threw me in some other country, that's
that one mosquito's gonna get to you, bro.
Oh my god. That one mosquito, that one bug that's carrying some fucked up shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like, hey, I read that in like some mountains or like rock where there's like a lot of like deep down, there's diseases like within the soil, within the rock, within the like deep down. Like if you hammer down through there,
like an actual solid
like
rock.
if you're on like a mountain,
okay,
and like there's diseases, like old diseases
really
down there. Yeah, because
how are they preserved?
It's throughout time as like geography changes. Like how continents have kind of migrated, and like geography changes. There's like landslides, or sometimes a lake will dry out, that kind of stuff.
Avalanches,
or even like when you I forgot what the name of what they do. The people who study bones, they go rig down and they find fossils.
Archaeologists?
They find, so they can like find disease.
Really?
Old disease, 1,000-year-old disease that we may have not been exposed to, but it was around a long time ago.
Holy shit.
And like that, that there's other shit pretty much in the earth that we don't know.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes fucking sense. Like, think about it. Like let's say you found like a fucking fossilized or crystallized fucking mosquito. Who knows what the fuck is still in him? Who knows what he bit that fucking...
A new bug bites one human, that human has contact with another, boom.
And it spreads. Just like fucking COVID, dude. That's wild.
We hear about monkeypox, I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? Now I can't put anything past me.
No, you really can't. Dude, it's crazy how, like, back... Here's how, like, what kind of, like, mind fucks me. Back, like, fucking thousands and thousands of years ago, like, our biggest fear were like big things, fucking big animals killing us in the middle of the night, or fucking a bear attacking a village or shit like that. Now it's just like something like so small, like microscopic, that you can't see with the naked eye is killing people. Yeah. Like, I forget who said it, but like they were saying how like the next generation of warfare is gonna be fucking disease based. That's how it's gonna like kill off people.
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, thinking about how warfare is now, just by like technological warfare, like we talked about earlier, like cyber warfare, or like sanctions on cash assets, and I mean sending diseases. Like I was recently, like, I've been watching a lot of 80s shows, and they were talking about like the Cold War, not Cold War, I'm sorry, Vietnam War, and how they used to make this chemical called Agent Orange. Have you ever heard of it? But
I have.
They would make Agent Orange, and what it actually did is like that chemical that they were making, like people in the army were like using, they ended up like, you know, inhaling it, and it not only had effects on them, but it had effects on their offspring, off of their children, their children's children.
Holy shit.
Different types of, you know, deformities and neurological disorders, cancer.
Holy
all
shit.
linked all the way back to Agent Orange.
I've heard about that. I've heard about Agent Orange.
Yeah, and I mean, it was only like, you know, Vietnam War was, you know, what, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 40 years ago?
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, so, wow, yeah. I don't know.
We're in the 20s now,
we're in
bro.
the 20s, but I still think we're in 2010.
I do too.
When I do math, when I look back, I'm like, oh, it's only 2010, so. I'm like, no, it's 2022.
Yeah.
Wow. Or 2020 part 2.
Damn, bro, we're getting old.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting old. That's what it is. But yeah, it's crazy how like something that happened all those years ago will have an effect for like years to come.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? You know, I guess to close it out, like, what's something that you predict that might happen in the future? Maybe effect of something now. Effect of something from 10 years ago.
From 10 years, like from like what you think, like what's gonna happen, like an effect that's gonna happen like 10 years from now, from like what's going on right now.
Yeah, maybe. Or from 10 years ago, that's gonna happen in the future. Or something that's happening now. Like I got one. If you or all right,
go. Let me hear yours first.
All right. So my example is like, all right. So we had the COVID vaccine, right?
Yeah.
But people also got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be some long-term effects to that.
100%.
Where I imagine in 10 to 20 years, you're going to see an infomercial on TV that's going to be like, if you took this vaccine, whether you took, you know, Pfizer, Moderna, or J&J, you're entitled to, you know, a cash settlement, or you're entitled to something. Because dude, I'm telling you, that's going to be something.
I hope so. I hope so, because I got 2 jabs and I want money for it.
Then it's gonna be like, yeah, and it's also gonna give you this, and this. It's gonna be so fast.
That's scary to me, bro.
Yeah, no.
It's scary to me. Honestly, I see it happening, and it kind of like freaks me out because like I know that's gonna cause so many fights later on. Because you like my parents, for example, like they saw me get it first, and they were just like, oh, are you okay? Everything else is like, yeah, I'm fine. And they got it. And if 20 years later from now, their left arm's numb or some bullshit, God forbid, knock on wood.
Hopefully.
But just some crazy shit where I see fucking John Morgan on TV telling me.
That was great.
He's telling me, bro, you're entitled to $1 million because you took Pfizer twice. I'm gonna be like, damn, bro, I feel like a giant piece of shit.
And you know what? $1 million, it's gonna be so much inflation at that time. $1 million is gonna be equivalent to 1,000.
Stop saying that, because it's so true. It's so true. Gas is fucking $4, my guy. All right, so I was gonna say something about the COVID shit, but honestly, I think, all right, so you're going off the point of view of a person who got the vaccine and stuff. I think if you just got the disease in general, that's gonna like fucking build some long-term effects that we don't know about. And another thing, something to do with marijuana.
You think so?
Yeah, because right now everyone's advocating for it to be legal, and it's fucking, everyone's pushing that it's great, it's fucking awesome, and I really do believe that this is such a great drug. It shouldn't be illegal at all. It's a medicine, 100% a medicine. It has so many fucking benefits, but there's some people that should not be smoking it every fucking day. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be doing it as consistently as they are, because there's going to be a lot of long-term repercussions, especially to people that started at a very young age and didn't realize, like, oh, I still have a fucking brain. I have a frontal cortex that's just not fucking developed. Let me hit this fucking 2-gram blunt real quick.
Oh my gosh.
So I think there's gonna be shit like about that's gonna pop up, because we don't know. It's been what, almost 10 years that it's been legal.
Yeah.
Or 10 years. I think 2012 was when the first state became recreationally legal.
Oh wow. I got one more to add.
Let me hear it.
I just thought of it because I know we talked about it before.
Let's hear it.
Vaping devices.
Oh, 100%.
Nicotine devices.
100%.
That shit is going to kill. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people already go to the hospital. It's probably have killed a lot of people.
Yeah. It's just.
But I think that those long-term effects, like that puff you just took right now, that's going to affect you in like 15, 20 years, man.
I know.
Whether, I don't know if you're going to have like that whole, like over here.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh
my God.
Tony Stark action on the neck. Or.
It's okay. Neuralink's going to save me by then.
Yeah, he's going to have the Neuralink. They're going to insert it right through that hole. It'll be easy access point. But yeah, I think vaping devices are definitely like the next thing because, yeah, I mean, it's very fresh.
Very fresh.
And it's starting.
It's already fucked up so many
really
people.
know because kids are doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Just an update on Juul. I don't know if you know, but they said that they were going to. That they were going to pay all their fines. And they're trying to just settle. So I think they may be making a comeback. I'm not really sure.
I saw them back in Wawa.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're back then.
Yeah, because they I saw that they.
You're actually smoking one right now, aren't you? Or you have
right
one?
there.
Yeah, I know.
I remember a month ago, maybe 2 months ago.
Oh, so this is like
they fucking
old news.
Well, low key. But like 2 months ago, like they were like stripped from all the fucking convenience stores.
I remember that day, yeah.
And there was just fucking like Instagram posts on Instagram posts, like everyone's sharing, oh, Juul's banned, Juul's getting fucking terminated, all this shit. And then like I want to say like a couple weeks ago, I was in WoW and I was like, you guys got Juul back?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like they never went.
Yeah, they paid a lot of money.
I had to.
Yeah, they paid a lot of money.
I guess we won't know what the fuck's really gonna happen until 20, 30 years from now.
Guess we'll see. But Juul, you're gonna pay us eventually.
John Morgan's gonna represent me,
John
baby.
Morgan. Shout out to John Morgan. I see your fucking billboards everywhere.
And it's not John, it's John.
It's
Morgan.
John, Jawn.
He's the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that billboard worked. That billboard worked.
Yeah, it did work. That we're talking about it right now.
Yo, good fucking being back,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, man. It's good to be back.
Till next time, guys. You want to close that out, my friend?
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. This is season 2.
Yeah, this is season 2. I'm also gonna say it. In the last podcast in the beginning, we said that if anyone commented a bet on who was gonna, or two podcasts ago on, who's gonna win in the winging competition, they'd get a free T-shirt. Nobody commented. Well, I'm just gonna say something. If you comment on this video by the end of October, what month was it? September?
Yeah.
September 30th. Was that? Yeah, September 30th, 2022. End of day. Anyone who comments gets a free T-shirt. Yeah. Depending on where you are, you might pay shipping. But you do get a free T-shirt. But yeah, I'm just letting you guys know. So
till then, guys, peace.
See you later.